Hello Stardust, I'm Soda. Welcome back to my channel where I review fragrance, makeup and luxury product. I was actually missing in action for a few days now, and that's because I took a trip to UAE. This literally feels so surreal to even talk about it. I cannot believe it has already passed, but I have visited Dubai and Abu Dhabi. There'll be a vlog coming up soon. I don't know which style I'm gonna edit it, but regardless, today's video is not about that. Since I was in UAE, I knew that I wanted to do some Huda Beauty shopping. I've been wanting their Easy Blur foundation for some time now, but in Malaysia, in Sephora, it's not really out yet, so I was not able to swatch, but you can get it online. But because I couldn't swatch in person, I didn't want to buy online as I didn't know my shade. Having said that, I ended up purchasing this girl in Abu Dhabi. I also ended up getting Huda Beauty Fox Filler Lip Gloss. So I just want to run through quickly regarding this lip gloss before I go on a full-on review about this foundation. Do not buy this. I regret purchasing this. I don't know if it's just my batch. I don't know if this is just this shade. They also have a clear one, but there is tiny particles in my lip gloss. I will try to insert a close-up clip what I'm talking about, and you can actually feel it on your lips. And it's really annoying, and there's no point in them, there's no shine, and I don't think that it's supposed to be there to begin with. I'm not even sure what exactly that is. Having said that, this is being sold for about $24. It's simply not worth it. Get yourself NYX Butter Gloss. It's really good. It has a great smell. This item does not have any smell. It looks like it does. It's nothing special, and on top of it, the small particles, they're just so annoying. Now that we have that out of the way, we can talk about this foundation, which is Easy Blur Natural Airbrush Foundation by Huda Beauty. I think it has been launched this September, so it's just a few months ago, and I finally managed to get my hands on it. I've been actually seeing it all over TikTok, all over Instagram, that it's really blurring. So this foundation claims to have flawless airbrush finish while giving medium to full coverage. Currently, it's available in 29 shades, and you can find different undertones: warm, cool, and neutral. The one I currently have is called Cheesecake 250G. I think this is really neutral. It doesn't have warm or cool undertone, and this is something I usually go for anyways, because to be fair, I don't even know if I have cool or warm undertone, so that's the reason I usually go for neutral foundations. This item is being sold for 44 USD, that's about 199 ringgit for 30 ml. When it comes to packaging, it comes in a matte box like this. The box looks really cute. I like the packaging, but however, the container of the foundation is nothing special considering we're paying $44. I don't think that this is out of the world. I think this is something that you would be able to get in the drugstore. It is literally plastic, and when you open it, it's just a squeezy tube. I'm not gonna lie, it's giving a little bit cheap. So the packaging doesn't really take my breath away. But what makes this special is that it has 1.5% niacinamide. Basically, it's a skincare ingredient. What this ingredient is supposed to do is smooth out the skin and reduce the visibility of the pores, as well as reduce the oil production and give you just overall better complexion. Once I purchased this foundation, I couldn't really wait, and I tried it straight away. But the thing is, when I traveled to UAE, I didn't really bring any moisturizer with me, as I usually use BB creams or CC creams, and it doesn't really require any moisturization prior to that, and I just wanted to be quick with my makeup, so I ended up wearing this on a bare skin. And let me tell you that it looked not bad. I have several footages of the day that I wore it in. From far, my skin actually looked really blurred, and especially on camera. I think this is great stuff if you're filming, but if you actually go really close into my face, you could see how the foundation is actually really emphasizing on my lines and on my texture on the skin. It's almost like a win-lose situation, because from far and on camera you look really great, but in real life and up close there's more visibility of the lines and the pores. I think overall I have a great skin, so it's not that bad for me. If you have really textured skin and a lot of lines, and on top of that you have dry skin, maybe this is the one to kind of pass. This foundation claims to wear 15 hours, and it's also supposed to be medium to full coverage. I do think that it is a medium coverage that can be full if you would go for the second round. If you have tried Luminous Silk by Giorgio Armani, then I think Easy Blur is actually similar when it comes to the finish and to the touch, how it feels. But I obviously like my Giorgio Armani more. But however, this one costs $72 for 30 ml, while this one is $44. Since I already know how this foundation looks without a moisturizer, I'm definitely gonna put on a moisturizer today. This is the moisturizer I'll be putting on. This is my regular everyday moisturizer from the drugstore. My skin feels much more moisturized. I'm gonna shake the foundation really well before the use because that's the instructions. And this is the consistency of the foundation. It's not too watery, it's just nice. And I'm gonna directly apply it on my skin. When it comes to coverage, it's definitely medium to more higher coverage. You can barely see any of my pimples or pigmentations peeking through, maybe just a little bit here and a little bit here, but I'm sure if I went over with the second layer, it would cover it, but I do not want to do that. I prefer lightweight foundations on my face anyways, but if you're somebody that doesn't mind little heavier feel on your face, then you could definitely go for the second round, but I'm pretty happy with how it looks. I will finish off first of my makeup and let you guys know how everything applied. Alright, I'm done with my makeup. I actually really like how everything is sitting on my skin, and I do think that this foundation is really ideal for camera. I do think that my skin looks really nice. It does look blurred from afar. As long as somebody doesn't really get too close to your face, they won't be able to really tell it. And everything went on my skin pretty nicely and smoothly. Only my bronzer was acting up a little, but once I blended it out, it looks just perfectly fine. And I used a cream blush. The cream blush worked really nicely, so maybe next time I'll try using a green bronzer as well on top of this foundation. I already know that this is gonna wear pretty well, but let's see how the foundation will look in 8 hours. You guys, it has been 8 hours and this is how the foundation held up. I think you can definitely see the moisturizer working. My face looks much dewier. You can see all the sebums on my face coming out. I went about my day for the full 8 hours and it held up really good. I don't mind the dewiness or the oiliness. I like this type of look, but I think it's also mainly happening because I did use a moisturizer. Initially, when I wore this on its own, my face was not really this dewy. Considering how much I was moving today, I think the foundation held up really nice. It has not budged. My bronzer, blush and highlight is literally still intact, so I do think that this foundation is really indeed 15 hours long wear. If you're somebody that doesn't like the shiny look, I think you can use a matte primer to avoid this type of situation, but I really like this look. My overall opinion about this product is that it is long wearing, it does the job, it does makes you look airbrushed and nice on the camera, but in real life it does really set into your lines. As already mentioned, if you're somebody that has a lot of texture, if you're somebody that has a lot of fine lines, then I don't think this product is for you, especially if you're somebody in your mid-30s and above. Your skin is already not as plump. If you're somebody younger and if you have nice skin and on top of that maybe you have oily skin, this would be great for you as well, as it would give you that natural soft matte look. And if you're somebody older, then I would rather you get the Giorgio Armani one. It is definitely more expensive, but it's gonna be more suitable for your skin type and skin age, and it really doesn't sit on top of the skin. It really gives you that silky finish. To kind of conclude this video, I think that this is worth a $44 price tag. To be honest, I don't think they invested too much on this item, and I think the markup is really high. I don't like the packaging. It looks cheap, it feels cheap. However, if we're gonna talk about the foundation itself, I don't really have something like this in my collection that's in this price range that has this type of finish other than the Luminous Silk, but obviously this is more expensive category, so therefore I do think that overall it has a nice finish. For myself, I will not be repurchasing this item, but I will use it until it finishes. But I do think that it is worth the purchase one time to try it out. And also please be careful. I saw several reviews on Sephora that it broke out bunch of people. So before you purchase it, please go to Sephora and patch test it on your face or on your neck to make sure that you don't have any reaction to it. For me, this foundation is not really suitable for my everyday use as I prefer more dewy foundations, but I can see myself using this when I go to the beach, when it gets really hot and humid. I can also see myself wearing this to a gym or to a workout session since it really stays on the skin. Also, I would use this if I'm going for a club or a party or a place that I know I'm gonna get photographed a lot. This looks great, like I said, in photos and also in videos. So this could be useful for that. But generally, I don't see myself using this for everyday use. I really hope that this video was helpful. If you have any further questions, please feel free to ask me in the comment section. I'm gonna reply it right away. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and also please do subscribe to me. I have a goal to reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and it would simply mean the world to me.